Well, hello and welcome to July 2025. So we are days away from July 4th, Independence Day. Guess what? Happy birthday, United States. We are now 250 years old. So let's have a party, shall we? Okay, so we're here to give you the July 2025 market update for San Luis Obispo County. Going to talk about, of course, as usual, the market statistics, what's happening in the marketplace, and just kind of free flow a little bit on what people can expect out there because things are doing what they always do, changing rapidly. So just in general, San Luis Obispo County, our inventory continues the path. We have about 40% more homes for sale than we did about a year ago. Our pending sales are about even countywide, and our closed sales are down 5%. And then new listings are up. So the number of new listings coming on the market is about 19%. So I'll throw some kind of specific numbers out. If we look at the 177 properties that closed in the area we measure, we had about 172 new properties. So that's one for one. If we were talking a year or 2 years ago, that was a different number. So now we're just seeing a pretty steady flow of homes on the market. So gosh, what does this mean? Okay, the market is shifting, definitely. I would say buyers, it's shifting for you because you have more negotiating power. You have homes that are probably staying on the market longer in most cases, but some are still selling quickly. So you have a little bit more time. And, quite honestly, it's probably a little bit more fun. Okay, so we as agents, we would just go, oh, there's a house you can go see. Now we actually get to show you houses. So for buyers, that experience is different. It's a little bit more fun. You have negotiating power. So that's changed for buyers. For sellers, we can't take buyers for granted. We have to be respectful. We have to be negotiable. We have to work with them because they don't come along as often. So it's very important if you get an offer and you're selling your house that you work very closely to work with that buyer because it may be a while before the next one comes along. So does this mean we're in a seller or buyer's market? Yes. Does that mean prices may be going up or down? Answer's yes. Of course, I'm being flippant here. It depends so much on your individual situation. Like every purchase and sale, it's kind of like a fingerprint. They're all different. So what does that mean in terms of what we do as agents? Well, my job is to take what's sometimes complex and make it simple as I can. So here's a good indicator. When I sit down with a seller, and maybe even 4 months ago, I could go back a year and say, well, we haven't had many sales, so I'm going to go further back in time. Appraisers do this and go, oh, here's a house in the neighborhood. It's sold for 1.2. We're probably pretty similar to that. I can't do that anymore. Okay. I have to look at what's for sale and what's sold because the dynamics have changed and there's been some price changes for sellers that have benefited buyers of late. All right. So as a buyer, it's changed as well. Like I said, it's a little bit more fun and you have more options, more choices. And be careful, okay? Don't get too cocky because we still see houses sell quickly. Last couple of homes we had in Shell Beach sold quickly. One in San Luis Obispo came on the market, sold quickly. Other homes and other home sellers, they've had offers early on, but just one didn't quite work out. And now they're kind of going, should have taken that first offer, okay? So last thing I want to mention to everybody, is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? If you're a seller, you would like a seller's market, okay? Can I control that as a home seller? Yes. You know how? You make it a seller's market by having your house in the best condition you can, make it available to show, and then here's the important one, make it the most attractive price, and guess what? You're going to have lots of people coming to your doorstep and lots of interest and hopefully offers if that happens. If you're a buyer, how do you make it a buyer's market? Make sure you know the inventory. Make sure you've met with a lender if you need one or you have your proof of funds. So be prepared like the sellers, all right? And then keep your eye out and ask a lot of questions because a lot of the list prices you see are not firm because here's something that's changed. The number of properties reducing every month is over 50% now, okay? So there are a lot of sellers that understand I'm going to have to work with buyers. So guess what? We get to compromise freedom and liberty in the real estate market. If you have any questions about how your situation is different or what we can do to help you, call us 805-781-3750. Thank you and have a happy 4th of July.